Lots of people losing their minds over TikTok going away. But if you were in your 20s in the 90s, y'all, we've been through everything. Like we really have. We've been through the AIDS epidemic. We've been through COVID. We were latchkey kids. I mean, we have mass incarceration. And how many of y'all remember blackvoices.com? If you were on blackvoices.com and you were in your 20s in the 90s, you know what happened to us. It was worse than what's happening with TikTok. There were more than 2 million black people that were on that site. And it started in 1995 and it was called blackvoices.com. It had discussion boards on there. We were having Black Voices parties all around the country. If you are a BV member, they might have a party in Atlanta. They may have one in Houston. And we would travel and go to these different parties. It was mainly upwardly mobile or black people that were in their 20s because the internet was new at that time. Lots of people didn't have computers, didn't even know anything about the internet. And we would be on those discussion boards. Personally, I lived in Rant. I was Jada K. And I was just known. That was the discussion board that I lived in. And there was where you would just go in and just talk about what was going on at your job, talk about what was going on in the world, and it was a rant. Then they had news. They had new parents, new couples looking for love. And you would go into these various discussion boards and you would just have discussions and we would just talk all throughout the day. Some people got married. I have lifelong friends from there. I got so many jobs off of blackvoices.com. We would come together. I remember once someone's child was missing and they could not get the police to get involved in it. And we started contacting members that were members of Black Voices that were in law enforcement, journalists, private investigator, and we found the baby on our own. We would help each other with funerals. If someone was moving, I would get on there and say, hey, I'm looking for a new television job. Hey, there's an opening at our television station. I'll take your tape and walk it in. And when America or whomever it was saw how we were all coming together, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all, that site started in 1995 and I believe it was 1998. We got up one morning and the site was just gone. Like it was gone. We were looking for the discussion boards and we're like, what's going on? First the site was down. And then a few days later, it came up with just like news on it, right? And it wasn't even black news. It was just like world events was on it. And we were like, what the heck happened? We all lost contact with each other because that's how we met up every day on that site. And it was devastating. I remember like I just went through this great sense of loss and we were all looking for each other, trying to find each other. We couldn't, because there was just no way. It would be just like if you wake up tomorrow and TikTok is gone and people that don't keep up with the news and TikTok is just gone. So all those people that you have met, you can't find them anymore. The discussions that you had, the conference that you had, you can't find that anymore. So I believe that if TikTok does go away, I believe that people will make it just like we did when Black Voices went away. But I can tell you, it will be a huge void. It will be a huge void and it would be a huge disservice because it is a way that a lot of people have been able to connect and do positive things in this world. What they've seen with TikTok is that as Americans, we realize now that America isn't the greatest country in the world, that other people our age are living better and doing better and have more freedom than we do. The other thing about TikTok that I don't like is that how unfair it is to its black women content creators and content creators of color. I have had people of non-color take my content and put my picture on it and talk about it and go viral off of it. And then I would get a violation because it was my video. And TikTok, for some reason, said it was a violation. I've had people come on from TikTok, say racist things to me, call me the N-word. And then whenever I respond, not even calling them any names, then I would get penalized for it. This past summer, some happened. And I made a lot of money on TikTok. Let me tell you what, they gave me 3 nice checks from TikTok. Ever since then, my checks have been $7, $11, $9 that have come in for my content. And also, I've been losing followers. And it's not like that I have posted anything controversial. There was one day that I lost 100 followers for nothing. I had 100 followers, I hadn't posted anything, and then all of a sudden it was just going down and going down and going down. And so they're doing something. And one of the things I know is that people are angry that black women have come together. We know that we are the most educated group of people in America, that we are the most durable and we are the most resilient. And so because of that, they've seen that through TikTok, we've been able to connect. Some of the most amazing women that I have met, I have met through TikTok, white and black. I've met them through being on this app. And they want to take that away, just like they did with Black Voices, where there were 2 million young professional black people that were in a community helping each other. They see the same thing with TikTok, and that's why they want to take it away. Now, the only good thing I could see is that if, and I am going to be on YouTube, Lemonade, and that red one, whatever it is, all under my name, uploading content. And I think that the only good thing that could come out of it is if perhaps if someone from that's not discriminatory and that don't minimize and think that black women are absolutely nothing, then perhaps we might be treated fairly and be able to actually get paid for the content that people are stealing and using. For example, I'll tell you some things that have happened to me. Y'all remember when I started with the content about many of our mothers and great grandmothers were child brides. So I start the discussion, we start talking about it, and a little white girl comes and comments on it. And then the next thing I know, she's on another platform going, Grandma. I started out with the hospice care wives. Next thing you know, a white nurse starts calling it Nurse with the Purse. So they can take your content and run with it and make lots of money off of it. And then there's really no repercussion. There's nothing we could do at TikTok. I mean, how many times have you guys seen how we were treated so unfairly on this site? So if it goes away, we're all going to be okay. Because if we can make it without blackvoices.com, and it was just like it really was. It was the Underground Railroad. It was the Underground Railroad. And they found out about it and they completely destroyed it. And perhaps that's what they're trying to do with TikTok. But as black women, y'all know we're resilient. We'll go somewhere else and do what we always do. Make it do what it do. But to those of you who have followed me on TikTok, I don't know what is to come. Personally, I don't believe that it's going to go away. But for whatever's to come, those of you who have followed me and those of you have said that I've helped you with things like hospice care wives and how we make our daughters into whores by not teaching them about males and how to date them, and how we women who grew up with amazing fathers oftentimes are the ones with the real daddy issues because we think that other black men are supposed to be like our dads, and most of them just aren't. And also, keep in mind that our dads are our dads, they're not our spouses, so we don't know how wonderful they really are as a mate. But I want to thank you all for following me, and I hope you will go over and join me on my YouTube channel. That's probably where I'm going to be the most active. Coming up, yes, I am still writing the book about the RAPE of our mothers. I did also, yes, I did coin the phrase LOLA, Legacy of Low Achievement. I'm doing something with that. And also hospice care wives. So I'm still working on that original content that I brought out on TikTok. Thank you all for following me. I will be on YouTube and possibly might do a little bit of something on Facebook, but I will keep my name, which is Original Candace Kelly, Original Candace Kelly News. And the Candace is with the K and an I. All right. And the Kelly has no E at the end. I'll see y'all then. And if you are a member of blackvoices.com, Jada K signing out.